Hello and welcome. I'm driving my 2025 Grom today. I've had this bike for a little over a week. I have 239 miles on it. Half of those by my daughter. But I'm going to do a small review and talk more about some of the changes between the bikes and that sweet little fender down there. So let's get on, do some riding. Don't worry, I have plenty of B-roll footage for you. I lined up both my bikes, took a bunch of footage of the differences. Mainly it's just the plastics on the new 2025 Grom. My 2022 is the exact same bike underneath. I didn't notice very many changes besides just the plastics. So if you have a 2022, the plastics are probably the only thing that's actually going to be different. The headlight bezel, I think, looks at it a lot better than it did. The other changes are the black fork mounts. I also want to say I have the ABS model of the 2022 and I got the SP model in the 2025. So this one does not have an ABS module, so there's a little bit more storage under the seat, but it's not very usable. I might be able to fit my ridge wall under there, but that's pretty much it. The power's the same, the handlebars are the same, the controls are the same, the dash is the same, everything is the same. If you're thinking of upgrading from a 2022, the plastics are the only thing that's different. It does feel a little bit different between the legs. I feel like this one is in closer and I feel like I can hug it tighter. The plastics are about as flimsy as the other one. But for the most part, it's a Grom. This SP model has black forks. I'm not sure about the other models. My old ABS had silver forks. The black is a much better improvement. And that belly pan, let's talk about that belly pan. Everybody wants it. Everybody's got to have it. I do not know. Tell me in the comments if you know if that belly pan directly bolts onto a 2022. It doesn't look like it hangs much lower than the exhaust, which is what I was worried about. I figured that belly pan was going to be the very first thing to rip off. It's only got a little over 200 miles on it and it still hasn't ripped off. We haven't taken on any off-road tracks yet. That will definitely be coming in the future. That might be a few months down the road. But when you go off-road, it has the same ground clearance pretty much as my 2022. So I'm not too worried about that belly pan being ripped off. A little bumpy there. Oh, that's a big rock. Big rocks. Ooh. So the belly pan is not going to rip off under normal use. I have hit the exhaust on the 2022 a few times. Nothing that would rip this belly pan off if I hit it. The other change I thought was gonna be different is the seat. Now I don't know if I'm gonna show a bunch of B-roll at the end of this video or if I'm showing it as I'm talking or between me talking. Either way, I got shots of both seats. I had taken the strap off of my 2022 Grom. So what happened there is I didn't put washers back under it, so it's really hard to get it to connect again. I have to push really hard. I still have the strap on my 2025. Now, I could get my 2025 seat to sit fine on the 2022, but I could not get the 2022 seat to fit on this bike. I believe that's because of those two washers. I didn't want to force it if it was different and I didn't know it. I did get some comparison shots of them. I could not find anything whatsoever that was different. So I'm assuming it's the same exact seat. It looks no different. I couldn't see a difference, which is a good thing if you have an aftermarket seat and you're upgrading from a 2022 or higher up to a 2025. Most parts should fit this bike. The plastics are the only thing different. However, I don't know if it's just the SP, but I have gold brakes on here. My last ABS model had black, which black are good, but I think this gold kind of sets it apart. I kind of wish the accent color on the side of this bike instead of silver was gold. I've gotten many compliments on the belly pan on this bike from the little bit of riding I've done. People love that belly pan. If it bolts up to the 2022 or 2023 or 2024, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure you can just order that part from Honda and they'll ship it to you. It looks awesome. I don't think it's going to be much protection against hitting your exhaust. It's not a skid plate, but I haven't had a problem hitting it. My daughter did a little burnout in this bike. I haven't gotten this bike broke in yet, but it feels faster than my 2022, which has now a 14 tooth front sprocket and lightweight rear sprocket with the same amount of teeth. I was told after this bike breaks in, it'll get a little bit quicker. So now I'm curious, going one tooth down on this, is that going to be much faster than my 2022, or is it going to be about the same? This bike even came with the same whale tail that my 2022 did. It took me a few months to switch that out of my 2022 for an actual fender delete that I liked. It'll probably take me a little bit to get it changed on this one. I'm not sure what I'm going to go with, since the 2022 is the one that, as my daughter puts it, I damaged. It's my bike, and this new 2025 is her bike, which is fine. I'm not salty about it, not one bit. I like new stuff. I like getting new stuff, but she outgrew her Honda Navi, I'm pretty sure. So that bike's an automatic 110cc, and it keeps up with the Grom's okay-ish, but now that she's learning how to do gears and shifting, a Grom is a better bike for her. So now that we both have Groms, we can both rip around town having fun. The only thing I don't have to compare this to is an older 4-speed Grom. I have ridden one, just one, that's been modded like crazy, so so I don't know how those actually feel. So I can't compare it to one of the original Groms. Oh, there's a shadow of the squirrel. That's cool. But all 200 plus miles of this bike so far has been great. It's just normal Grom, but it looks better in my opinion. The 2022 with its big washers, that's kind of a love-hate thing. And the way I kind of look at these Groms is, it's not a bike that's meant to look good. You know, you get a Ninja 400, a 600, or a 1000, you want that bike to look extremely good. These are small bikes. You're not going to look good riding these around. So, the bike doesn't exactly have to look great. The 2025 Grom. Are you tired of looking at it yet? I think it looks better. I like the more sleek look with the less washers. I just wish there was a panel that would fit over the engine, maybe just right there. So I am not sure what mods this bike is going to get yet. I know it's going to get a tail tidy. I'm not sure which one. It might get the integrated tail light. It might not. I like the look of these blinkers. They work, they're functional, people see them. But the sleek look of just the tail and a plate under it, I feel like would be a pretty good look. This bike will also keep the stock exhaust. I just wish there was a way to keep the stock exhaust, but route it up under the tail. Maybe have it sit about here, but keep the stock exhaust. I don't like these bikes loud. I like being quiet. I ride a lot at night, so waking people up in the middle of the night with a tiny little zzz, it's not my style. But it is a great looking bike, and I would recommend it. I'm going to end the video here. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.
Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.